Now, what I mean by 3D drawing is really 3D, where you can rotate and turn around and look at it at many different sites. So that is 3D. It's because of the additional z-axis. So AutoCAD, newer versions of AutoCAD will have new labels for 3D modeling. Starting from AutoCAD 2007, they are called modeling, solids editing, and render. Previously, they had a different name. And we will see how to do 3D modeling in this class. Now, if you're using any of the earlier versions of AutoCAD, you won't see modeling on the AutoCAD, but they are named as two different toolbars. They're called solids and surfaces toolbars. So only the versions 2007 and above would have the modeling tool. And under modeling also, we will cover a little bit on rendering, and that will be discussed also in a little bit more detail soon. Now, for the first exercise, we will do a simple 3D drawing. This is what I call a drawing 3D face. Okay. So this is a drawing where I provide to you the coordinates. Okay, coordinates down here is 60 to 130. This is 60, 110, and you will see that at the top here the coordinates get three numbers: 190, 230, and 150. So this shows that there is an additional z-axis here. So down here, the z-axis is 0. That means that it is on the surface. Okay, it's on the surface of this table. So that's the 0 z coordinate. Let's see if I have a piece of paper and it's standing like this, right? So that means the top of the paper is where there's a value for the z-axis. So the bottom is where the z-axis is 0. Okay, simple. So what we're drawing here is simply, it looks like a piece of paper that somehow is kind of like it's being folded, something like this, I guess, something like that. So this is what we'll be drawing. Now, so the command to draw this, we will use the command called 3dface. So how to do this is basically you just type in 3dface, and then you put in all the points, okay, the coordinates. Make sure that you put on the coordinates, you follow it in a rotation form, like a clockwise or counterclockwise form. Okay, don't go and put this. For example, you put in 60, 220 value, and then the next point that you put in is this one, and then suddenly you put this, and then suddenly you put this. No, right? So you have to follow sequence. If you start with 60, 230, the next point will be this point, and the next point will be that point, and this, and finally end. Okay, so I will show you how to do this on a normal top view AutoCAD drawing. So don't worry, when you do this later, I will demo to you how to do it. You will end up actually seeing just a like a square, I mean like a rectangle. Okay, so not to worry about that because you're looking at it from the top. Let me close this and do it with you on AutoCAD. Okay. Oops. All right. So hang on a bit. All right. Let me put this aside a bit so you can see a bit clearer. Okay, so now type in the command 3dface. You can do it together with me while I demo. 3dface and enter. It will say specify the first point. So go ahead and put any of these points I'm going to start with 60, 230. So type in 60, 230 and enter. And then specify the second point. Don't worry if you don't know where it is. Okay. Specify point will be 60, 110. Enter. And then specify the third point. So my third point has 3 coordinates. Values 190, 110, and 150. Enter. And then the fourth point is 190, 230, 150, and enter. And if it asks for another point, just simply enter. Okay. So where is the drawing? How do we look for your drawing? If you still remember, how do you do it? It's somewhere there.
Z enter, A enter.
Extend.
Yes, you can zoom all or zoom extend. So Z, or you can type in zoom and enter, and then you can choose all or extend or window, anything. Okay, let's do extend. E. And there it is. Let me zoom out a bit. So there is my is that a rectangle or a square? Whatever. Okay, a rectangle that I've drawn using the coordinates that I put in just now. Now, next, I want you to mirror this at a mirror line 190, 110, and 190, 230. Okay, so you remember how to do this. You type in mirror, and then it will ask you first what is it that you want to mirror. So we select this object. It says one found. Can you do you realize that whenever I select it, it selects the whole thing and not one single line? Okay, it's because we drew it using 3dface. Okay, we did not use line. If you use line, it would have you would have to pick one by one. Okay, so one found, so you enter. Now you specify the first point of the mirror line. So I want the mirror line to be at 190, 110, and enter. And now you can actually see it already where it is. And the second mirror line is 190, 230, and enter. Do I want to erase the source object? No. And there I have it. Now, the reason why we're seeing this is because we are looking at it from the top. How do we change the view? One way to do it, or the fastest way, is if you see this thing, you can change the view by clicking on this box. Let's say you click on this edge of the box. You click there, it will move the box. You see that? Okay, so you can go ahead, if you turn around, you can turn this all around by clicking on the edge of the box. Okay. Okay, and that's how it looks like in the front. Okay, and that's how it looks like on the left. If you go from the top, that's how it looks like. Okay, so you can play around with the view using this cube or a compass. Another way to do it is you go under view here, you click on it. It has this unsafe view. You can change the view here. Let's say I want you to do southwest isometric. So you click on that and then it will go ahead and show you that view. Okay. Any problems getting to this? It's simple. This is okay. Should be okay. All right. So if you remember previously when we did isometric drawing, then you will have to hide certain things. Like for example, this line at the back here, right? You're not supposed to see it, right? Because this is something at the back. But you have to remember, this is not a 2D drawing. This is a 3D drawing. The reason you see that is because AutoCAD right now only shows you the skeleton. It doesn't show you the whole object with an area on it. So you can hide this by just typing hide, okay, HI or HIDE. Okay, it's not hard to type the additional DE, and it hides away that line now. Okay, so that's how you hide it. Okay. So the hide tool, you type HIDE or just hide, and it will just hide. So this is an example of a drawing before hide and after hide. Okay. So the reason why AutoCAD, especially the later versions of AutoCAD, it will automatically just show the lowest resolution, or it will only show the skeleton of the drawing, is simply because it wants to optimize the speed of the software. Because the more lines or the more smooth the drawing, it will slow down your computer. So it brings it down, and it makes the resolution low with only showing the skeleton, so that it makes your work faster. All right. Okay, so I've described to you the different types of isometric views just now. So we have the southwest view, you have the northwest view, the northeast view, and the southeast view. You can just simply change it by clicking on the cube or from view. Okay, here under here. All right, and what's next? Now let us try and do this exercise. So another exercise using 3dface. So this time, instead of just two planes,